because this is the same person that puts out all kind of crazy QAnon conspiracy theories, Twix and witchcraft, celebrities drinking blood of children.
He was actually speaking about adrenochrome. The evil, demon-possessed people who worship Satan have been using this to try to keep their youth. They've been using it.
Belief in our public schools.
Because when we go after this, let's go after the Department of Education.
As opposed to my opponent who homeschools her children.
It really is an abomination, and I think we've sat back too long and just been silent and taken our kids out of school. But my question is, what do we do with the millions whose parents can't do that?
Nothing at all against homeschooling, if that's what you choose to do. But to then go around and talk about our public schools, their indoctrination centers, and
Yeah, the public school system is one of the largest indoctrination centers in our country. We've got to start fighting against this beast that I consider to be an army, a socialist army of the left, with these teachers' unions. And for years that I believed that the largest socialist army is the United States of America educational system. And I'm not
over by Satan and cesspools of evil lies and deception.
Because the public school system has just become an absolute cesspool of evil and lies and deception.
Calling our teachers groomers.
This time that our kids are listening to us for more hours than they're listening to an educator that potentially does not know God and does not believe the Bible to be true and believes in sexual perversions.
As opposed to my opponent who took her own children to the attempted insurrection on January 6th at the U.S. Capitol.
Hey, Patriots!
Comes back from there, puts herself on video where there has literally been loss of life, and says, Trump, you're in office for 2 more weeks. How about you?
President Trump is still president until the 20th.
You set aside the United States Constitution. How about you now invoke the Insurrection Act?
He will have to enact the Insurrection Act, in which case the Insurrection Act completely puts the Constitution to the side
and have the military take over and arrest anyone for treason.
Constitution to the side and says, now the military rules all.
This is a person who's called for the executions of many. Listing certainly President Biden, as I did before, and Governor Cooper and President Barack Obama, are clear that there's someone who has actually walked the walk, improved our public schools, and is someone who can only simply talk the talk. To think that this person would be in the Chief Administrative Officer and Chief Advocacy Officer for the state of North Carolina's public schools is frightening.